Is Bitcoin about to go to the moon, or are you going to lose all your losses? So in this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over my trade analysis from a funded 100K trader. Now, what I'm going to do is going to show you the monthly, weekly, and the daily, break it down, and then give you my personal opinion of what I'm looking to do with Bitcoin. So what we're going to do now is we're going to jump into the charts, follow along with me, pause the video, take notes, and you can rewind at any point as well. So what we're looking at here is we're looking at the 1 month time frame. Now, the 1 month time frame is very important for me because I like to see the bigger picture. You can see all the way back to 2016 when it was just a micro, and you see the slow rise and then also the down rise as well. Now, what we're looking at here, main important for me, is this imbalance here. Now, if you're not too sure what an imbalance is, it's where the market hasn't been back. So as you can see from this wick was here, and then the third candle, the wick is there. So this whole block here, the market hasn't visited since it come back up. Okay, now, as you can see, the current position is right in the middle of this block. Now, if we switch back down to the weekly time frame, and a very good point of view is down here, it has created a lot of liquidity and a lot of equal lows. So here is a very good spot for the market to come back down. The only thing that I potentially don't see that happening is because we have created some equal highs. So the equal highs is where the market has rejected off of that zone. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So the reason why this is very important is because the market sees this as a valuable spot and also a good resistance point. So as soon as the market broke above, you would have got a lot of buyers, a lot of people that were thinking, this is the time, this is it. But sadly, it's not. So what the market always does is it will come back down to that area, grab the liquidity, which is staying here, which is like your sell limits, buy limits, your stop losses. So as you can see with the line I've marked, the market did come back down. It collected that liquidity, which meant that these liquidities already been taken. So now what we're looking at is we're looking at a price to come down, and where it took the liquidity here, it then revisited that spot, but it didn't break through, which is very important for me because it means that the liquidity here has been increased. So when there was money there, when it took all of these, so where you see these and the money has been taken from these points, what it does now is it now collects at the point where it revisited. So you can see 2 equal lows here. I'll move that down so you can see it a little bit more. So you've created equal lows. So there's a very good chance that Bitcoin will now revisit this spot, take all of that liquidity. So you should see it go a little bit lower before the immediate rise up, because this fair value gap is starting to come back down. Now, we've got 6 days left of this week. If we go back onto the monthly, we only have 1 day, 5 hours. So this is going to be a very, very big point for me. So if this candle here, which is a monthly candle, if that was to break through, and if it was to break through here, we're not going to come back down for those lows, not at all. So yeah, so if we break above this fair value gap or imbalance that I was explaining earlier in the video, at the end of the monthly time frame, now if we were to go down to the daily time frame, which gives us a bit more lifelike of what the market's doing currently. Okay, so let me just delete all of these pictures off here. So as you can see, these equal lows here, and you can see very clearly that the market is currently creating an uptrend. We are in a downtrend on the weekly and the monthly. So what you have here is you have a lower high. Okay, so a lower high is a very, very, very good opportunity to see that the market has started to go in a bullish run. Okay, so we've got a lower high here, and then we break structure here because that's our previous high. We've broken structure there. And then what we've done is we've created a new higher high. And then as you see with price action, always market will go up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay, so that's the higher high. And then we have another higher low because the market never revisited this area. So it's rejected off the 50% of this uptrend. And then what you'll see is another higher high here. And then you have a higher low there. So again, it's only slightly above the previous low, but it is above it. So it's a higher high, sorry. So it's only slightly above the previous low, but that does count as a higher low. And then as you see here, we broke structure again, just off of this fair value gap here, and then created a higher high. So looking at the daily time frame, if I zoom in a bit more, we have another imbalance section. So as you can see at this point, from this candlestick up to this candlestick, we have another daily imbalance. Okay, so what I will be looking at personally, and I will set alerts for this as well, is the market to come down to this, fill in this area, probably 50% of it again, and then once it's done that, then we can see that big spike upwards. So what I will do is I will set an alarm to notify me when the Bitcoin comes down to my area. So my area I'm currently looking at is 32918, and then as low down as 30278. Sorry, if they want to take the whole of the imbalance, they will come down to here. You will see a slight higher low, which is in line with these highs here. So it meets perfectly. They will come down here, and then price action will carry on, and then they will look to send this higher up. And looking at the daily time frame, and if we zoom out a bit more, we potentially could see heights of 48,000 to 50,000. So my personal analysis, I'm not a financial advisor. This is just my personal opinion. I will be looking for buys in that area with my stop loss just below the previous low. And then I'll be following that up, keeping an eye on price action. But I personally, with the news and everything that's going in Bitcoin's favor at the moment and the Bitcoin halving coming up, we could see 50,000 within 3 to 6 months. Now, hope you enjoyed this video. Leave any comments down below and I will be sure to answer them all. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Until next time,